Welcome back everybody to a second video. Today we're going to just create a 3D gear. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of 96 DP gear profiles, and I sell these online. I only sell them for $1 a piece to download, where people can 3D print them and use them in projects. But I've only been doing this, I've only got one set online, and I've only done it a year, and I've made $27. But to give you an idea of what they are, I just click here, and as you can see, there's a picture of the gear. Now this I actually created off of another program that wasn't as accurate, and it didn't create the smoothest curve ever. I mean, it's completely functional. All these gears that I have online will work. As you can see, I've created center distance chart. I tell everybody what the pitch diameters are, let them know that this set that's online is 48 DP, and here I show where they're meshing. They mesh just good, perfect. And then this is my spur gear center distance chart, and it just lets people know whenever you buy two gears exactly what you need to set them apart. And then this is the ratio chart, so it lets them know what gear reductions they're getting or increases depending on where they're going. But that's that. Get that out of the way. Now here's where I get my latest gears. I go on this one and I basically remove, and then I remove, and then I'm left with this one gear. And this does a really good job. It makes a super fine, let me see here, my pressure angle, I do it at 20 degrees because that's typical of a lot of gears out there. So I'm going to do a full set at 20 degree pressure angle, then I'll probably do a full set at 25 and a full set at 15, just to give people options when they're 3D printing these things. And the really cool thing is, what I'm going to show you today is how to take their profile, which isn't perfect. I want it to be my level of, you know, what I design gears when I designed them back when I worked at Baldor Electric Company. So that's that. I'll close that out, and here we go. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to view from the top and just zoom out a little bit, and we're going to go grab this, and I've worked my way up to 40. In 40, that's the number of teeth, and you just drag it into SharkCAD, hold, drag, and then let go, and it will automatically go to 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then I've created a view that lets me center that gear up really fast, because when it comes in, it's coming in with all of the attachments I told y'all about in the last video. It's basically parametric at the moment. And I want to take that parametric part out of it because that speeds up my computer. So remove links. And I find it easiest to work in this program removing those links unless you absolutely need them. I mean, if you've got something that you want to stay parametric, that's fine. And I get rid of these circles. And I'm just clicking the item, hitting the delete key. And I'm going to draw a line from the center of the gear, just somewhere up in between this gear. I'm going to draw a line from endpoint to endpoint, and then I'm going to move this line to the midpoint of that. Now when I click the line, as you can see up here, it says 84, that's the angle. Well, I want that tooth to be vertical. So I'm going to click here, and I've got a little spreadsheet here that I'll have created, and it automatically subtracts from 90, so I can copy that, and now I can highlight this whole gear, and I grab the blue gripper radius and I just turn it that way, so it gives me a angle, random angle. I backspace over it, hit enter, now I'm vertical. When I click that line this time, it says 90 degrees. That's what I want. Now we're going to put a spline on what they've created here. What they've created is a bunch of lines. They're just lines connecting, so it's not a true curve. And as you know, the gears work the best when it's a true curve. So we're going to click this button here and zoom up on it, because it's got that little thing that I don't like down there. And we just start clicking midpoints. Start clicking midpoints. And we're just going to work our way up the gear. There we go. Now we're going to do the click, hold, and go down to the right to highlight all of those segments and that spline, and we're zooming in with the mouse wheel. Now I'm going to hold the shift key and I'm going to click that spline to take it out, and I'm going to hit the delete key. Now we have a uniform, perfectly curved spline, and I can get rid of this one now, because I'm just going to take this one. I'm going to click it. I'm going to go over here, click on the mirror button, hit the control key, because control is copy while you mirror. And I'm just going straight up, and I'm clicking a second time, and that copied that. Now we're going to create one more line, because we got to copy that spline one more place to create our pattern. Going to the control Z. Let's do that again. Go to the midpoint of that, erase this spline, well actually line segment, click the mirror button, hold control down, and we're just going to go down this line and click again. Now we needed this second spline for the purposes of creating a radius at the bottom. We need this line, and we're going to click our radius tool after we create a circle. So I put a circle on it, click the midpoint, and I want to create a circle right here, and I'm clicking the trim button, that's this button here, and I'm going to click that circle to trim it in half, and I'm going to hit the delete key, and that'll delete that circle. Now the reason I did that is when I do this fillet command, and it should be 0.001. When I do the fillet command, it would have gotten rid of the whole half of the circle. But because of the way I did it, well, it did anyway. I thought I trimmed it. It does that. That's part of the program. So I'll just go up here and create another one. So all I'm doing here is creating our little fillet. Now we don't need the circle, we don't need this, and we don't need the fillet there, because we just did it to make this point match this fillet here. So we're going to get rid of this, going to get rid of that, don't need that, and we can pretty much delete the whole gear. This is our 40 tooth, and we just highlight that part of the gear, and we click right here on polar duplicate, which to me is just array. We click the center point, and we're at 40 teeth now, and click OK. And if everything worked right, we should be able to click extrude 0.125, and it should make a gear for us in 3D. Now I always click on it, go to edit, remove links. That's just something I do. And there we are. There's our gear set. Do a quick render, and it should just render it gray because I haven't got a material attached to it. But that's just for you guys a quick tutorial on how basic drawing is done in the program. I'm glad that went smoothly. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.